God is looking for places in the earth that remind him of heaven, where people gather and make a place and they make his presence a priority.
Yeah.
And that's what Dwell is.
Yeah.
And so we started out with this worship night that has really grown into more than just a worship night.
Yeah. It's a worship night that turned into a worship album.
Yes, yes.
Where we really just let spontaneous moments flow. We really didn't want to sanitize or edit out any of the incredible moments that happened in worship on our album. And so it was a worship night that turned into a worship album that is now turning into a worshiping church.
So we wanted to do an album that was us.
Yeah.
It just felt like us.
Yeah,
who we
David
are.
and I, we hadn't really recorded an album together, just the two of us, in like over 10 years. So we wanted it to sound like us and
who we are,
yeah.
our personalities. And so what happened that night was just incredible. God showed up and just blew our minds.
Yeah.
And every song, every lyric, every guest. We had, Tasha and William and BJ and our daughter, Madison, and I missed somebody, Travis Green.
Yeah.
And our friends just joined us. They wanted to be a part of it. And what happened in that room has really shifted. I think just it's like we stepped into a new zone.
It really was an experience. And, even when we were thinking, okay, what are we going to title the album? Dwell was just, it was just what came natural. It just had to be Dwell. Because
if there is a word that describes the season we're in, is Dwell.
Yeah, yeah.
There is a move of God unlike anything the world has ever seen, and it's swiftly approaching. The Spirit of God is brooding over the face of the earth, waiting for a place to welcome and host what He intends to do in the earth.
Several months ago, God really began opening our hearts to the idea of planting a church out of really this whole movement, out of the Dwell movement. And
we never thought in our whole life that one day we'll start a church.
Yeah.
We never even considered it. But in this season, we began to hear the voice of God, the nudging of His Spirit, pushing us in this direction.
Dwell is going to be a place of presence, healing, and community. But we believe that more can be done in His presence than in the best sermon in the world. We're going to have sermons, but we're going to have His presence.
But
for
yes,
sure.
I promise you, we will. Balance is an interesting term. I've heard people say, you got to have balance, and so in the process you dial down the worship to match this. I think real balance is you are crazy passionate about your worship, you're crazy passionate about the Word, you're crazy passionate about your children's ministry, you're crazy passionate about your community, all of that.
Yeah.
You're just amped up because you want to take the world for Jesus. We believe that there's a group of people, a generation of people waking up with a hunger for the more of God.
Yeah.
That's who we are. That's what we're after. So if you want to join us on one of our worship nights across the globe, or if you're in the Dallas area, you want to come visit, or you want to get the album and just be a part from your home and make this the soundtrack of your worship life.
Yeah, and you know what? Wherever you are, the Lord comes to hungry hearts. We have the promise. Jesus said, they that hunger and thirst for righteousness shall be filled. I love in the book of Revelation, John wrote down what Jesus is saying to the
Yes.
church, and he says, come back to your first love. I love the Message translation. It says, recover your dear early love. Come back to the presence of God, the things that you loved at first. That's the invitation
Yeah.
that we have. And man, you can experience that right where you are. Pursue the presence with us.
So let me just say this. May the Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you. I love the Message translation here. It says, may he look you full in the face. And as David said, surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.